Hello everybody, Pokémon here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we made our way to Cianwood City, for Lucine, I can't say his name still, goddamn, and we took on the Cianwood Gym. Yeah. So, after that we got Fly, which means we can now make a couple of pit stops. Well, I've only got one in mind for the moment, but for the moment, we're going to be going back to Goldenrod. And we're going to be going into the mart. So in this mart, there's several floors. I don't think we actually went in here. Or at least I didn't go in here on camera. One of the clerks around here will be selling TMs. We're going to be getting a new move for one of our Pokemon. I don't remember where it is, unfortunately. I think this is it. No. Whew. Is it you? Do you sell TMs? No. Anyone else on this floor that does? Nope. Okay. I promise there's a guy that sells TMs somewhere. Here he is, I think. There we go. Now I'm confused. Was it up here? Is there another person? Okay. Yeah, bargain sales here every so often. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna double check the thing I looked up. Okay, turns out I was a bit mistaken. But while I was there, I did grab, there was 3 other TMs there. Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. I don't know if anyone can learn these, but I figured it was worth checking. Okay, Tom can learn Ice Punch. That's useful to know. Anyone can learn Thunder Punch? No. And Fire Punch, I don't think we really need because we got Cinder, but yeah, no one can learn that. Okay, I'll consider Ice Punch on Tom, but not just yet. Now then, where we really want to go... Actually, forget that. Let's fly back to Violet City. So, once you've gone through Goldenrod, being Whitney, and gone through the Pseudo Widow, you can actually go all the way over here to the little intersection where the Pseudo Widow is. And talk to this guy. You call that wretched tree? I'm impressed. I want you to have this. And there we go. And now that we've been given it, it'll be sold. It'll be stocked in the store. That's where I got confused. It happens to be Rock Smash. You can shatter rocks with just a single well-out aim smack. Any rocks in your way, just smash them up. Now then, obviously it has some pretty good out-of-combat uses. Mainly, I want to use this as a move for Hercules to have Stab, and have something super effective against certain things. From what I can tell, this is the best fighting type move that Hercules can learn, really, from what I can tell anyway. Maybe I'm confused again. Intent's been lying to me lately, so who knows. Anyway, 1, 2 improve. Please go endure, and learn Rock Smash. And I especially wanted to take care of that before we we take on the next gym, because, well, you'll see, the typing means, Hercules having that will be quite helpful. Now, we can head back to Olivine. And I'll meet you guys at the top of the lighthouse, because frankly, you don't need to watch me climb my way back up. So, and we're back up here. Will that medicine cure Amphi? Yes. We handed the secret potion to Jasmine. Please don't be offended. Amphi will not take anything from anyone but me. That's understandable. Effie, how are you feeling? Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so relieved. This is just so wonderful. Thank you so very, very much. I'll return to the gym. And so, with that, we can now take on Olivine City's gym. Now, we've actually got a few Pokémon that should be good for this gym. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, to be honest. We've got good Pokémon that I think can take care of it, but I've had trouble despite that in the past, so I suppose we'll see. So here we are. No junior trainers, it's just Jasmine. Alright, let me check. Tom at the front's actually fine. Unfortunately, Bleeding Crow won't actually be able to do much. Thank you for your help at the lighthouse, but this is different. Please let me introduce myself. I am Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the Steel type. You know about the Steel type? It's a type that was only recently discovered. May I begin? Here we go. Gym leader Jasmine would like to battle. She sent out Magnemite, which is why having Tom out the front is a pretty good choice, I think. For one, we can avoid all those any electric moves, and B, because Magnemites don't have the ability Levitate, because abilities don't exist yet, we can use Dig on these guys and take care of them real quick. Okay, I'm relieved to see that that guy went down so fast. But you Steelix. Okay, she's going for the big boy already. Steelix is where I'm concerned. I think it's ground and steel. Let's go to Hercules, because I would like to save Tom for the other Magnemite, even though I don't think Magnemite's going to be too huge of an issue. Level 35, this thing is a monster. So, Rock Smash. Super effective, only does that much. It's only got 40 power, but still, that's pretty bad when you consider Hercules' immense strength attacks that. This Steelix is what I was concerned about. Thankfully, we seem to be lowering its defense, which means at the very least, even if Hercules doesn't take care of it, which he's not, holy shit, it's at least weakened so that Tom's digs will be able to do something. Cinder's got Ember, which will be good on the steel part. Quite good. And special defense is not its forte. However, it's got some good moves that can do some damage to Cinder. Thankfully the burn seems to be helping out. I didn't actually expect to get the burn, so I'm pretty okay with that. Wow, we took care of that Steelix real quick. And finally another Magnemite. We'll go back to Tom 4. This shouldn't be any harder than the first one. Wow, we took care of that Steelix real quick. I was expecting that to go worse. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, so with that, the last Magnemite's taken care of. And Leader Jasmine was defeated. You're a better trainer than me, in both skill and kindness. In accordance with League rules, I confer upon you this badge. You received the Mineral Badge. Raises Pokemon's defense. Please take this too. We could use that TM to teach Iron Tail. We could. I don't know if I will, because frankly there's not a lot that Steel's good against. But we could. I suppose if we had a bigger weakness to rock types, it would be pretty good. Since that's, I think, one of the only things really Steel's good against, like rock and ground. But at the same time, we've got a water type, we've got a flying type, well, the ground anyway. We've got a fighting type. Alright, that takes care of that gym. Feels like it's a little too short though to end the episode here, so Let's up on Crow again. And I guess we'll start heading towards the next location. So, we're gonna go to Ecruteak first. And from there, we're gonna go east. Technically, we could have gone this way beforehand. Oh, this music's good. Of course, we interrupted by grabbing an item. So, another funny thing is, by going the other... so we have Mount Mortar in here. But, we can also just skip that, if we want. Aside from one water encounter, apparently. Building. We'll just use Headbutt, I think. One more to do it. So, if you just go across that little bit of water, you skip an entire cave, which is kind of nuts. Oh. Just in case. Alright, so we can run off. Here we have some fruit-bearing trees. Oh, we got apricots, but I forgot our bags full. Oh, my bad, that's actually not the end of the cave. The end of the cave is just another patch of water across. But hey, if I didn't do that, we might not have even seen Sugen. I will go through that cave properly, don't worry. I'm just demonstrating and also making it so we can fly to the town. It's good to be outside. I feel so free. Ico Benjamin. That's out. Diglett. Honestly, pretty easy for us to deal with thanks to our handy dandy surf. Yeah, because of the fact that we really can go either direction first. But we're gonna get stopped in a little bit by something anyway. But because we could have gone here so much earlier, they have to make sure that the stuff isn't over leveled if you can't decide to go this way first. And so as a result, everything's pretty piss weak to us now. Alright, and a dog trio, which I'm sure Tom can take care of just fine. So for the record, my plan is to just quickly stop into the town, so that way we can fly there whenever we want. And then I'll fly back to Ecruteak and go through the cave properly to show it off, and also to get the extra experience and items that, you know, I don't want to miss out on. I mostly just wanted to demonstrate the fact that you can skip over the entire cave, which is funny to me at least. But yeah, Mahogany Town. Sure enough, we can go into here, kill it, and we could just continue on with the story if we wanted to. That cave is completely optional, and honestly, I think that that's kinda cool. Knowing I don't have to go in there kinda makes me more appreciative of it, in a weird way. At any rate, I'll fly back to, I'll spend the rest of this episode, I think, just going through that cave, so if you're not interested in seeing me go through a cave, then I will not be disappointed if you decide to leave and, you know, have a look and just skip over to the next episode. No, that's understandable. I should take care of my items before going through a cave full of items. One moment. Joey's called. Yo, Gold, how you doing? This is Joey, gonna admit right now it's looking sharp man before I down this Pokemon as cool as this guy in your party. Oh yeah, I took down a canopy in the wild the other day. It was a kick, well I guess it can't be helping us mean so dumb. Alright, later. Fuck off, Joey. God damn it. Alright, now that's taken care of. So, onward to go through a cave. So here we are, Mount Mortar. Actually, who's in the front right now? Tom at level 28, so let's swap that with Hercules, I think. This cave isn't too big, I don't think. Which is why I'm including it in this episode, rather than making it its own thing. Wow, Golbats. Not very high level Golbats, but you can get Golbats here. They even have Bite. I think they would at level 13. Now, doesn't matter. So we're gonna have a few wild encounters in here. So we got Geodude. Hopefully Rock Smash will do much better against this guy. I probably only end up using Rock Smash in situations where it's super effective, just because otherwise I can't imagine it being that much more powerful than Strength. But when it's doubled from being super effective and has a stab on top, I think it'll do more than Strength good. So, that's going to be our strategy going forward with Hercules. It's nice to have the coverage, because, you know, having extra things against the rock types, against the normal types. It's just like, it's really nice and convenient. Even if it isn't the best move, it still does the job. Yeah. Unfortunately, the first couple generations just didn't really get how to make decent movesets, I don't think. Alright, no Raptor. Yeah, it's a shame because there's so many cool Pokemon that are just let down by a not great moveset in this early generation. I think it wasn't. I would say probably not until Gen 4 that they really started making movesets pretty diverse and viable. Gen 5, I think, made the fantastic call of TMs being reusable. That was Gen 5 that it should have said, not Gen 6, right? Yeah. Yeah, Gen 5. Which honestly makes way more sense to me because it lets you like actually experiment with the Pokemon a bit more. And without, you know, if I have a move already as a TM and it's like, oh, I can just go back to that TM. I'm not going to be afraid of deleting it like I am now. So I don't know, I think, yeah. Each generation obviously improved on the combat way more than the last did. Obviously Gen 2 wasn't broken like Gen 1. And added like hold items and things like, and like added the extra typings, fixed like Ghost and Psychic and stuff, and added Dark to balance out Psychic types a bit more. And just, yeah, did a lot of good changes obviously. And then Generation 3 added the abilities, which makes each Pokemon even more unique. Not to mention, I think they fixed up a lot of movesets. So most Pokemon have at least one or two decent moves. Whereas early game, it's hard to make sure you have all good moves. Or rather, like, each learn set had at least one decent move, I think. So you didn't have to scour through, like, TMs to find one decent move. And I'm kind of just rambling because we're going through a cave anyway. But yeah. I think Gen 3, that and double battles, which just, you know, changed up the pace a bit, so like, you know, you could have more than one specific focus, I guess, of the game. You could be really into double battling, rather than just being into battling at all. Oh, matchups are in here. Nice. Strength. Yeah, Generation 4, I think, with the physical special split, as people call it, making it so that each move has its physical special, rather than uh, rather than each typing, like all moves of the typing physical or special. I think that was a very good call and made it so much easier for some Pokemon, a lot of Pokemon to just do better. Like, whatchamacallit, like Hitmonchan that we fought in the last episode. The fact that it can learn Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, but all of them are special, kind of makes Hitmonchan struggle a bit more than changing it all to be physical and actually giving Hitmonchan a chance to, you know, really shine. And so I think that was just a great choice. Generation 5, I think they made it much easier for a lot of things. I think, you know, having all the teams be reusable let you experiment much more. I think the way that they did, so most of the game had 5th generation Pokemon, but then at the end you could just get all the others, like, in a bit more of a condensed sort of area, which I think was cool and smart, because if you really cared about, like, the meta or whatever, or making tough Pokemon or whatever, then it made it easier to just go and get all those Pokemon in those few areas. I think, I don't know, and also it just made sense to, like, give focus to the 5th generation Pokemon. I like Generation 5 a lot, and I think it's underrated. I don't know. I think it's probably the most RPG-like of the Pokemon games, in the sense of, like, it probably strays the most from being standard Pokemon and actually goes to being, like, goes with being a decent RPG in its own right. Which not a lot of the others necessarily do. Like, I love a lot of Pokemon games, but they definitely, like Generation 5 is definitely the most comparable to, like, Final Fantasy or something, I'd say. Like, if it wasn't... It's, like, one of the few games that I feel like you could take out of being in a Pokemon world, and then, like, it still, like, works as a decent RPG. Whereas compared to, like, a lot of the other games, there really isn't much to beyond the Pokemon world and exploring it, which is still good, obviously, it's Pokemon, but I don't know, I just appreciate Gen 5 for doing that extra step. Alright, so this was the extra cave, I thought it was the extra cave entrance we saw halfway through that had Suicune. Just looking for hidden items at this point. I don't know, this rocks looks suspicious to me. Oh my jeez, Raticate. Another Rock Smash. I just realized we're level 28, so we could probably swap out with someone else. I'll let Hercules stay out in front a little bit longer, so we're a bit lower on PP. And no, actually, this isn't that entrance at all. I mean, they should power up the Pokemon I caught. Alright. Yeah, I think overall, obviously I love all Pokemon games, and I think they all do wonderfully in their own right. They each bring something new, more or less, to the games that I think it's just an overall positive change. Oh yeah, we never fought this guy either. Hey, this is my secret place, get lost. There's like 3 other people here, what the fuck? No one knows this is your secret spot. Okay, Shane. Yeah, I think each Pokemon game brings something new, and personally I think Generation 5 went for being the most different, which a lot of people understandably didn't like because they don't like change, but I think it was really cool to see a lot of the changes that they made. And, maybe was the peak. Generation 6 kind of went backwards, at least in terms of, like, story stuff. Like, I don't know. I think Generation 6 is great still, of course, I still liked it a lot. But added, like, you know, being able to customize your character to actually just make you the trainer, rather than you know, generic boy or girl or whatever you pick. Which I think was pretty smart, and also the getting experience when capturing stuff, and the experience share as an option is great. But I don't know. Generation 5 I think just had the better plot, better enemies, better rivals. But at any rate, I think I've done rambling here. So we took care of Olivine City's gym, we went through a cave, we met Suicune along the way somehow, and we've made our way to the next town, Mahogany Town. Mahogany City? Mahogany Town. That'll do it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to start exploring the area of Mahogany Town. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all in Good Town. Welcome to the home of the ninja. Wait, what? Wait. See you guys next time. Bye.